So that is it. Unai Emery's first full season as Arsenal manager in the Premier League. His first Premier League season has concluded with Arsenal picking up a 3-1 win in their final away game of the season at Turf Moor as Arsenal finish 5th. And this is going to be a very brief analyse. As you can see, we have a new background. This room is not done, the studio is not done yet. We've kind of just done the initial paper bits, so I've got to put everything back. So this time next week, the studio will be fully functioning, and this studio will be the set for my Premier League, FA Cup and Champions League reviews that are coming up within the next month or so. But this is the penultimate analysing Arsenal before the final one, which is our Europa League final. I'm also going to be briefly addressing our Europa League semi-final win against Valencia, but I'm really enjoying this backdrop, so there is nothing in this room, hence why I sound like I have 5 or 6 voices coming through. But the Premier League, the final day of the Premier League, it is done. Manchester City are the champions, Liverpool narrowly missing out, and we narrowly miss out on top 4. I mean, I would say that I'm not going to be doing an Arsenal season review until our Europa League final, but if we look at our Premier League season, to only be 2 points behind Chelsea, a point behind Tottenham Hotspur, to finish 4 points better off against Manchester United, it's a really, really good achievement. And I think Unai Emery certainly has taken Arsenal forward. I mean, it's not been perfect, and if we don't win the Europa League, we'll look back on our Premier League season and say that it was a failure due to the fact that we really should have secured top 4. We lost our last out of our last 5 Premier League games, we lost 4, and we should have easily, comfortably got top 4. Spurs kind of fell away, put all of their eggs into the Champions League, and strangely that actually worked. But to the fact that we had such an easy end to the season and we just kind of threw it away, it shows that Unai Emery has taken the club forward, but there's still a lot of things that he does need to address in the summer. And the best way to get the best players that we need to take Arsenal to where we want to be. I mean, I've just watched Manchester City and also I've watched Liverpool, and that is where I want Arsenal to be. But it's going to take at least 2 or 3 years with the right recruitment and the right amount of money that we need to spend. But the first kind of building block to that is to get into the Champions League. But we end with a strange and surprising away win. I didn't expect us to beat Burnley today, and the fact that we had got into the Europa League final, I kind of wanted to see all of the youngsters play. And although we played quite an inexperienced, we did play quite an experienced squad, but what was quite surprising is that he played Aubameyang and he played Mkhitaryan. I'm glad he did, because Aubameyang is one of the Golden Boot winners, getting 2 goals today to join Salah and Mane. We'll get onto that in just a second. But what I found really kind of interesting was that we've got into the Europa League final. Our Premier League season is done. Even though Tottenham dropped points against Everton, we would have had to beat Burnley by 7-8 goals, or Tottenham would have to have lost the game, and even then it would have been, our goal difference was nowhere near as superior as Tottenham, so they had basically guaranteed Champions League. I mean, the fact that we did beat Brighton, had we beaten Brighton, we would have pipped Tottenham to 4th today. I mean, it's just, we may look back on that and regret that, but the fact that we're in the Europa League final, it kind of means that we've still got a good chance of getting into the Champions League. And I am quite confident that we will beat Chelsea in that Europa League final. But I wanted to see, players like Nketiah came on and scored in the 90th minute, but players like Willock and all of the youngsters, just give the youngsters a chance, put out a completely, youthful side, and see what they can bring to the table, and see what youngsters in that squad you want to take forward into next season and which ones are simply not good enough. And he played a mixture of kind of youthful players, but also players that are not going to be there next season, players such as Lichtsteiner and Jenkinson, who are going to be out the door in the summer. Obviously playing Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang means that we had a good bit of threat going forward, and it was quite a slow and passive game. But Aubameyang getting his 2 goals and Nketiah getting the 3rd goal. Burnley did get a goal back as well, but overall it was a very kind of comfortable and good performance in the end. I have to say that Aubameyang being the Golden Boot winner, or one of the Golden Boot winners, I think is absolutely fantastic. I think with Aubameyang and Lacazette, we have got 2 world-class strikers, and the fact that Aubameyang hasn't started as many games as Salah, as Mane, and the fact that he's got 22 goals and he's played kind of not nearly as many games as the top two, or though the list of the top five, Aubameyang's played the less games out of the top five strikers in the Premier League Golden Boot, and that is absolutely brilliant. I mean, I called it at the start of the season. I said that I could see Aubameyang being the Golden Boot winner. Now, I didn't think that he would share that prize with three people, but I was really, really happy, and I kind of was joking at the start of the game saying there's no chance that Aubameyang is going to get a hat trick, but he got 2 goals. And it just shows you, those goals in itself takes Arsenal to why we have just narrowly missed out on the top 4 because of his goals. And also the combination play between Lacazette and Aubameyang, we saw that in the Europa League in the semi-final second leg in midweek. The fact that we saw Aubameyang scored a hat-trick, but you've got Lacazette who creates the space, he allows players to go forward, he opens up the chances, and then you've got Aubameyang who's the more clinical striker out of the two. You need to build the team around them, and whether that means that Mesut Ozil will be part of that kind of building process and be part of the story next season, it remains to be seen. But we haven't had 2 world-class strikers for a long time, and we've also not had a Arsenal player win the Golden Boot since Robin van Persie in 2013. So it's very good. We've never had a problem scoring goals, and we've got a fantastic forward line. I still think that we need a little bit of extra cover in the summer, but our main problem is defensively. And if we rectified our defensive issues and brought in, I'd say probably 2 centre-backs, a better left-back, a CDM to partner Torreira, and a striker, we're in business. Now, obviously, that means that we're going to need to spend a lot of money, and it all really determines of whether we get into the Champions League or not. But we are still very much an Europa League team at the moment, and we need to kind of push to get into becoming a Champions League team. And Unai really needs to have the funds that he deserves. I mean, he's shown in this first season, particularly the Premier League, I mean, nobody gave Arsenal a hope there was a chance of getting into the top 4, and we missed out by a point. People will be saying that Spurs have had one of the best seasons ever, and we've only finished a point below them, 2 points behind Chelsea, who've also had a poor season, and we have finished 4 points better off than Manchester United, who are in disarray. So you have to say that Unai, with the resources that he's had, he has got the very best out of this side. But to push on, if he wants to kind of continue the plan that he's obviously got in his mind, he will really, really need the financial resources in the summer, and also a Champions League place. I mean, I felt that we were absolutely brilliant against Valencia. We were not perfect against Valencia. We weren't perfect today against Burnley. But I felt that there is something in this side, and our main problem is that we're not consistent enough. But on our day, we can be absolutely anybody. And in regards to a Premier League season, and again, I will talk about this more in the season review, but it's a nice way to end the season. We've got a couple of weeks to plan and prepare. I mean, our first kind of major kind of call is to rest. Have a couple of days of resting and recuperation, and then we need to rest, recuperate, plan, prepare, and then we end our season with the Europa League final on May 29th for the final analyse at Arsenal. But it has been a very, very good week. I was really worried going into the Valencia game, because after what I saw against Brighton, I generally felt our Premier League season was over, and it was over essentially. But we've ended on good terms. We've ended with an away win. We've ended with narrowly missing out on the top 4, but that will give us the confidence to move into our Europa League final against Chelsea. And hopefully we will be going into the new season of Analyse at Arsenal with Champions League football to look forward to. Congratulations to Manchester City. I'll be doing a Premier League season review as well, so stay tuned. And until next time, this is Ginger signing out. Take care, and I shall speak to you all later. Take care, and I shall see you all very, very, very soon.